Hey, anybody here want to change their lives? That's the big question that people want to know. You know, when they come to hear speakers, they're hoping to gain some kind of knowledge or a nugget of wisdom that hopefully can do what? Can it make you have a better life? Well, that's how I got into personal development. And I got into personal development because I wanted to change some things in my life, like we all do. And I found that they weren't easy to change. You know, we're talking about our thoughts, talking about our emotions, and talking about, for many of us, our past history, the things that we went through, the things that weren't pleasant, the things that are still affecting us today. And I had plenty of that. And I knew that I wanted to make a change on that. I just didn't know how to do it. And so I threw myself into the personal development industry, right? And, you know, read every book I could get about change, psychology, success, etc. Took every seminar I could take, workshops, and even became certified in a lot of the programs myself. And I realized after a certain amount of time that the things I was trying to change in my life, which is the way I felt every day, which was the way I looked at myself and my possibilities, the belief in what was possible, that it improved a little bit, but not much. And so what happens? We can all relate to that. We read the next book, right? We go to the next seminar. We do the next program. And I was determined to change, because I don't know about you guys, but you know, I've been through a lot of suffering. I know you guys have too. And you don't want to go through that. You want life to be good. Didn't somebody tell us somewhere life could be good? You know, you have pictures on people on Instagram living the good life. You go, how come I'm not living that life? How come I'm dealing with this adversity? How come I'm dealing with this, you know, lack and limitation? How come I'm here and I want to be over here? That's the big question. How do you make the changes? Well, that's the basis for the birth of energy awareness training. Because after going through this model of trying to do these things to improve and they didn't work, I recognized, okay, there's some missing element that's not happening. There's some missing element that these trainings and teachers and books don't have that I don't know yet, and I'm going to find out. And through an interesting process, which I'll go through some other time to make a short story longer, I discovered that the secret, you know, you remember the book that came out a few years back called The Secret? Yeah, well, I found the real secret. And the real secret is, if you want to change things in your life, you have to change it at the energy source. The energy source, you know, people say, what's that? Well, when you talk about energy, when you're talking about energy, most people are thinking of oil and gas, right? Thinking of oil and gas, or they may be thinking, you know, new age things of you know, fairies and crystals and all these things. But when I'm talking about energy, I'm talking about your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your beliefs, your behaviors, the things that make up the human experience. These are the things that you have to change if you want to have a good life. And these are the things that I became determined to change. And this is the birth of energy awareness training.